Greetings, everybody. In the last video I was talking about Incredible Science Fiction number 33, the historical significance of it, making it a key issue, and the fact that it has the dubious distinction of being the last comic book that EC ever published. But one thing I forgot to tell you about this that I also find very interesting is that before it became Incredible Science Fiction, it had 5 different titles. A total of 33 comic books underwent 6 different names, 6 different titles. It started out with issue 1 and 2 was the Happy Hula Hands, which I think was a funny book. And then issue 3 through issue 8 it was called Saddle Justice, which was a Western comic. And then issue 9 through 11 it was called Saddle Romance, which was a Western romance type of title. And then finally with issue 12 through 22, EC underwent their new line, or new trend comics. They went a whole different direction, and Weird Science became a part of that, and that's what they called it, Weird Science, from 12 to 22. But then yet again, with issue 23, they changed the name to Weird Science Fantasy. And then with issue 30, they changed the title to Incredible Science Fiction, which means that about an average of about every 6 issues they had a title change. I think that's got to be some kind of a record. I just found that very interesting and forgot to mention that in the last video, so I thought I'd run a quick video and mention that to you. I don't have any of those other issues. I wish I had the Happy Hula Hands 1 and 2. That'd be interesting. Maybe one of these days I will. But yeah, it has the dubious distinction of being the very last comic book that EC ever published. Also, another one of my favorite comic books is Strange Tales number 97, with the title story, When a Planet Dies. I think this cover is by not Steve Ditko, by Jack Kirby. It looks like Jack Kirby artwork, but I'm not 100% sure. I couldn't find it. I researched it and couldn't find any other information on it. It's every indication in this cover seems to suggest that yes, it is a Jack Kirby artwork. He did the interiors, with the exception of the last 2 stories. He did the first 2 stories, and then Steve Ditko did the inks over Jack Kirby's pencils. Well, what makes this a key issue is the 3rd story by Steve Ditko, called What Happened to Linda Brown, or I forget what. Goodbye to Linda Brown. And it features the very first appearance of Aunt May and Uncle Ben. And right in this panel you can see Uncle Ben and Aunt May. And I guess, Overstreet calls it like a prototype of Aunt May and Uncle Ben, but I mean, it's Aunt May and Uncle Ben. They even call each other Aunt May and Uncle Ben in here. And it appeared they appeared a full 2 months before Amazing Fantasy 15, in which, that was the first appearance of Peter Parker and Amazing Spider-Man, and, Uncle Ben, Aunt May. But 2 months prior to Amazing Fantasy 15, we had Aunt May and Uncle Ben appearing in this story, Goodbye to Linda Brown. And it's an extremely interesting story, well told, with a twist at the end. And I don't want to give it away, but it's when you read the story, you kind of think of Peter Parker and Uncle Ben. I mean, all the elements are there. So that makes this one another key issue. not anything. I don't think it's a major key issue, but first appearance of Aunt May and Uncle Ben. So I thought that was interesting. There's some nice stories in here. Jack Kirby artwork, Steve Ditko artwork, and I think the last story in here is Behind the Dreaded Door. And although he's not credited, I believe this story is by Gene Collins. So he was another one of those great Marvel artists, and Marvel used to, in those early Silver Age days, advertise, their new comics that were coming out. Don't miss the Hulk. In the margins, they would always advertise that. Kind of interesting. Here, another one. The Hulk is coming. This is from 1962, June of 1962. And I just thought that I would throw that by you. So if anyone is interested, this would be a nice issue to have if you're a Spider-Man fan. First appearance of Aunt May and Uncle Ben. 2 months prior to the first appearance of Spider-Man. Well, anyway, just wanted to upload this quick video, and I'm working on another video to show you some of the rest of my favorite comic books, and I'll have that up in maybe in a few days. So anyway, thanks for tuning into this quick video, and hope to see you soon. Take care. Thanks. Got to shut this thing off now.